and today we're going to be looking at Spacerail. So there are a bunch of different Spacerails out there, but the one that we're going to be looking at today is number 231-2, and this one glows in the dark, so that looks really cool. So let's take a closer look at the box. So right here on the box, it says which level this is, and there are 5 levels, 1 being the easiest and 5 being the hardest. And this one is a level 2. This set is for ages 15 and up. Alright, so before we open it up, I just want to thank Spacerail for sending this to me to review. It looks really awesome. So let's go ahead and see what's inside. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we got in the box. We have some rails. We have the little base piece. Motor. Let's see. We have a bunch of pieces that are in these little bags, and one of the things I really like about this set is because all of these pieces are in little Ziploc bags, so that will make it super easy not to lose any pieces. And if we get tired and we want to start work on it again on another day, we can just come back and our little pieces will be nice and sealed in their little plastic bags. So that's really cool. So we got plastic bags, lots of plastic bags with different pieces in them. And then we have this one right here, which has these little poles. We have our balls here, some plastic pieces. So that is all the pieces that we have. And then of course we also have our instructions. So the instructions look like they are in English and Chinese. So let's open it up. And right here you can see what the Spacerail is going to look like. And then here's everything that comes in it. So these are all the parts. And then we just kind of start building. So hopefully it won't be too hard. Let's see how many steps it is. Let's see. Let's go to the end. Looks like it's about 28 steps. So that doesn't actually look like too much, but let's go ahead. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to super speed it up. And then we'll take a look at it. And then a little bit later when it is nighttime, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off all the lights and we'll take a look at it in pitch black. So we'll see how it looks. So let's go ahead and get started building. Alright, so step 1, we are going to need our 2 base pieces, and then we are just going to hook them together. Like that. So now what we're going to need are the base holders. So there is a big base holder that looks like an X, and a small base holder, which is just like a little line. And then what we're going to do, we are going to put the big base holder right here in the back. Like this. And then the small one right here in front of it. And that is step 1. So for this next part we have a few pieces here. So these two look very similar, but they are not. This one right here has more of like a circle. And this one is called arm holder B, and then you have one that is straight, and this is arm holder A. So these are different pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take arm holder A and hold it like this. Then I'm going to take the arm sheath, place it like that, and then we are going to take the arm holder, and this is arm holder B, and place it on the other side. Like that, and see if we can turn it. There we go. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to put the arm wrench on this one here, and then this is the actual arm. So actually what I need to do is kind of pull this one out, place the arm in between this one first, and then place this piece right here. So that is really cool. So one of the things about the arm is that it can kind of wiggle like this. So what we need is for it to sit straight up like that. And then if you turn this so it's going straight, it will lock it. So now we can't turn it. Alright, Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make about 16 more of these for a total of 17 arms. Alright, so here are all 17 of the arms. Next, what we're going to need is the seesaw part and a rail stand, and then we're just going to attach this piece right here. Next, we're going to add the arm sheath right here, and then the arm holder B. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and skip to the next step because I'm not quite sure how to put the rest of this together. I might have to figure it out when I get to that part, so I'm not going to pre-make these pieces. I know one is supposed to start to look like this, but I'm not sure how to finish it. So I'm going to go ahead and start assembling the elevator. So what we're going to need now is the gearbox. So this piece was in the bag with the gearbox, so I'm just going to go ahead and set it aside for now. So there are two sizes of these poles. We're going to need the largest size. And then what we're going to do is we are going to insert it right here. So next what we have are the elevator helix, I think is what they're called. And they are these little pieces right here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to take it up to the top of this little rod right there and bring it down. And then it should just snap down. So let's see if I can get it to work. I think it's gotta snap like that, okay? So that is really cool. And then we're just going to insert another 11 pieces. So now let's do this one. And kind of connect them like that. So we just kind of connect them like that. So let's go ahead and try another one. So that is pretty easy. So once we finish that part, we can take these other 300mm poles and place them around the sides. Alright, so now we're going to place on the elevator rings. So it's important to make sure that this line right here, coming off the sides of these ones, you can see it, is facing upwards. So you can see on the other side is the wrong direction. So what we're going to need to do is slip this on over the little bars here. Each of these 3 bars will be held with these little clamps. So let's go ahead and put it on. So what we're going to do is just place it like, okay, got that one. Just kind of snap them in there and slide it down. Just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and put on another one. And we're just going to pull it down to about here. And now the third one. And I'm just going to keep this one right here for now. Alright, so I had one too many of the little elevator piece right there. So next what we're going to do is we're going to cap it off. I'm going to place the little cap on top right here. So it now has that little top piece on it. Now if you look at page 6 and 7, you can see where these rings are supposed to be placed. So about here. And here at the bottom, let's see. So that's about right, maybe a little smidgen lower. Like that. Alright, so now we need 4 of these shaft pieces. One goes here, one here, and here, and the other one right here, just like that. So now we have these little clear plastic pieces, and we need these. This one will go right there. and the other one right below it. And those are basically just to make sure that the ball doesn't fall off on these two spots. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this little piece right here and place it right here on the bottom. Like that. Alright, and now we're going to take this one, and you can see that we have these 3 spots right there. And they're going to go about here. There we go. Just place it here. Like that. So I placed in a C battery just to make sure everything is working. So let's go ahead and turn it on and make sure. So it seems to be working just fine. So now I'm going to place one of these large poles right here, a shorter pole right here, and the other short pole right there, and then the other 2 long poles here and here. So next what I'm going to do is we are going to mark on the poles where each one of these pieces goes. So I'm going to lay this down just like that. I'm just going to mark it. That's one. The other one goes here. One here. Here. And there. And then we'll just place it back where it goes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to place on the arms. So this one is going to need to go towards the back. Like that. And the next one, which is right here, is going to need to face towards the front. Just like that. So I'm just going to fill it up with the arms. Alright, so if you remember when we were making these seesaw pieces, we need 2 that look like this. So we're going to place this here. And again. So we have 2 that are going this direction. And we need 1 that goes the other direction. So this is the right piece, and these ones are left pieces. So for this one, we're going to place it right here. So basically I'm just going to follow the diagrams on these poles and place all the arm pieces and all the seesaw pieces on. Once we are sure that we have our pieces in the right spot according to the diagram, we're going to lock them. So now you can see that this piece won't move. Alright, so here is what the entire Spacerail looks like with all of the metal and plastic pieces on it. So let's go ahead and place on our rail. Alright you guys, so here is the finished Spacerail. And it looks really, really cool. I didn't show how I put the actual rails on just because it took a long time and a lot of tweaking, but I think I have finally got it to where it will work. So let's go ahead and try it out. So to get started, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place a ball right here, and then we're going to go ahead and turn it on. Alright, so I have some of my overhead lights off, as you can see, so you guys can see it's a little bit darker on my scene right now. So let's go ahead and turn off the lights and see how it looks. So that is it. You can see it is glowing. It looks really, really awesome. So look at that. It is super bright and it looks really, really cool. Alright you guys, so what did you think of this glow-in-the-dark Spacerail? So I thought it was really awesome, It works really well. It wasn't too hard to put together. It only took me a couple hours. The hardest part was definitely just placing on the actual rails themselves because there's a lot of tweaking and moving things around. So what did you guys think? And if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and stay tuned for more Spacerail videos. Come back tomorrow for a new video, and if you like the video you just saw, don't forget to check out our other videos. Find us on Facebook and other social media, and as always, thanks for watching.